So clean.
This one's a journey you do not want to miss. Stay tuned.
As you guys saw in the last episode, we got the engine back in the car and got it running. What I wasn't able to film because I had no time was everything else that I got done on the 996. First on my list was getting the front bumper resprayed by my friends over at Kermac Collision in Port Kells to clean up the front end and get rid of all the rock chips. Once I finished that, I turned to the fog light cage to refinish it, to cover up all the welds, refinish the front plastics, and added a front lip for that extra little bit of front end aggression. And while the bumper was getting resprayed, I was waiting on my turbo twists to be finished by Green's Wheel Repair in Richmond. I had them done in BBS gold, and I had the lips remachined and re-clear coated, and they did the barrels for me as well. Interior wise, I retrofitted a GT3 console delete, a 997 GT 3.2 shifter, and I moved my heated seat switches to the center console and refinished the console, all to complement my beautiful Monte Carlo steering wheel from Momo. I also did a muffler delete by welding on some 90-degree tailpipes. After all of that, I gave the entire car a polish and ceramic coat to top everything off. After a whole bunch of wrenching and late nights, the car was ready and I hit the road.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Days Off, where we are not in the shop this time. We're on the road, doing it old school on the GoPro, and we're in Salem, Oregon. I did about 5 hours last night. Got down here, I left Langley at about 9 o'clock and just cannonballed down the highway. The car is awesome. It sits happily at 85 plus miles an hour. It's got some rattles and some buzzes inside. Other than that, it's really good. Got 6 hours ish today, which I'll turn into like just cruising through the day. And yeah, tomorrow's gonna be easy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the last few episodes in the shop. I'm happy to be done and driving this thing. It's been a long time coming. I'm gonna hit the road. See you in a bit. down into Redding, California. Way back, first year of days off, I went and saw my buddies Wyatt and Trey out in Fall River Mills, California. We've known each other since 2017 when we did Power Tour together. There's a big festival in Redding this week called Cool April Nights, and those guys are going to be there. Hopefully get a hotel for the night, and we're going to hang out, maybe check out a car show and stuff. And Wyatt's going to show up tomorrow, probably around lunchtime. And then I'll be leaving Redding tomorrow afternoon to get down to the Bay Area for Luft on Saturday. This whole process has been pretty daunting, but it's very rewarding right now. I am thoroughly enjoying this car, thoroughly enjoying this drive. I'm glad I got off the interstate because these roads are absolutely immaculate. No crazy bumps and shit. You know, a little bit of sand from the winter. I actually saw some snow, but it's been awesome. Thank you guys for tagging along so far, and catch up with y'all when I get down into California. Here we go. For some of the OG Days Off viewers, you might recognize that sign. Back in 2018, I drove the Mustang down to SoCal. On the way back, I came this way, and I stopped here at the Juniper Lodge Motel, which is actually now gone. It was abandoned when I was here, and like dilapidated. I had like walked around, and I figured with all the forest fires and stuff that it was going to be pretty well destroyed, and it is pretty fucking destroyed. I think they probably bulldozed it, but there is evidence of fire over there, so anyway, yeah, this was like a big courtyard motel, and then there's like old lodges and cottages back there. This used to be like a big like rest area, and it's just decimated now. This entire valley was on fire. This part was fine when I came through, and the fire was actually like over there. Some of the trees are okay, but like you can see back there, a lot of burnt forest. Got about 2 hours to get down to Redding, meet up with Trey, and Wyatt's gonna be there tomorrow, but we're gonna go out for dinner tonight and hang out. And I gotta find a room because I don't really have a place to stay. Hey everyone. So kind of a cool day. Stayed the night in Redding last night. Went around, took some photos, met up with Trey for dinner, and didn't really film much, just kind of hung out and enjoyed my time, and did the same today. I was with Wyatt and Trey and their family up at the track. They're running Flying Farmer car, which you saw. You know, there's a bunch of nostalgia drag cars and stuff here. It was really cool. Cool way to kind of make my way down into the Bay Area, which I'm gonna do now. I got about a 3-hour drive with a gas stop and maybe get some food and something cool to drink. But yeah, car's doing good. Everything seems to be, knock on wood, working as it should. Got a little hot coming up here in traffic, but nothing too bad. So we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit the highway and yeah, get down to Vallejo, Mare Island area, and get ready for Luft. Long time coming. I'm glad it's finally here. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the highway. After an incredible time in Redding, doing some hot rod shit with my friends, a quick little cruise down in the Bay Area, I had arrived in Vallejo. Checked into the Holiday Inn and then headed out to Mare Island to scope out the scene. Got busted flying the drone and was told immediately to land it. So I just wandered around, took some pictures, and then enjoyed the sunset. Enjoyed this new setting and really reveled in what I had done and getting the car there. And then I got ready for Luft 9.
Hello. What up? So back at the hotel. Didn't really film leaving Luft or anything. It was sitting on a bus and then leaving the parking lot very slowly. What a show, man. Like, just quite amazing to see and very surreal, and like it felt like I was just kind of dreaming a little bit. It was very overwhelming at times. Saw a lot of cool cars, A lot of air-cooled stuff, a lot of race car stuff. The Wins car and the Rothman's 962, 904, 908, 910, all there. Hope you enjoyed everything that I could show you about Luft 9. We're gonna go driving now, and we got air water tomorrow, so super stoked. Also a little tired. I'll catch up with you in a bit. See you later.
Well, I'm following a group of way nicer cars into Luft 9. Good morning, everybody. Skipped over because I was in a rush this morning. I slept in. Had to pack the car and all that shit. Oh my god, I think I'm getting waterfront parking. This is gonna be amazing. Holy shit! This is so cool.
All the way.
Holy shit. We got to Luft 9. Car was in the show. Made a couple friends. Tons of pictures, tons of sick video. Holy f, you guys. What a trip. This is like power tour emotions coming back to me. Holy f. I'm elated. I'm heading up to Bryce's place. We're gonna hang out with him for the night, spend the night in Auburn, do whatever we do, go have some fun. I'll also catch up with you guys soon. I love you, thanks for watching. Luft was amazing. All right, well that's a Beetle, and that's a Cornet, and that's Mr. Bryce.
Hey,
What's going on? Mr. Bruce Clyde.
Bruce Clyde, my alter ego.
So I'm about to strap into this beast, and he's gonna show me the Hemi magic.
I'm just wiping all the nature out of it because I left my windows down for like the past 2 days. So
Nature.
I'm sure it's gonna be a nice pollen infused.
I got the lozenge, I'll be
I got
all right.
the lozenge.
Would you like one?
I would like 6 if you have some.
Sweet!
So, just like the Dukes of Hazzard, I didn't get a chance to fix everything on this car, so you have to reach in and open the doors.
Hey, it's the same as that.
Oh yeah?
It's perfect.
Sweet.
Only good cars have that.
Yeah, you just pull that little doodad. Oh, yeah. This
Oh, this is harnesses too.
this ain't your grandma's Buick.
No.
Okay.
Well, this doesn't suck. That is
Normally I
damn
don't like
sure.
using a stylus because it looks weird, but I can't reach the thing otherwise.
So Bryce's got a Gen 3 Hemi in this beast.
Yep.
We did power tour, you probably saw it in my video. That's a Viper T56,
six
so it's
speed, yeah.
double overdrive, basically.
Yeah, it came out of a 2006 Dodge Viper.
With, it's a
6.1.
yeah, it's a 6.1, so it's a 300C Hemi.
This one just so happened to have come out of a 2007 SRT8 Chrysler 300. So it's 425 horsepower, 420 foot-pounds of torque, but with the Hooker Blackheart headers, it frees up 35 horsepower, like dynoed proven 35 horsepower. And so it's like showing like right around 460, which is cool.
It's
and
good street
it's
power.
not bad.
It's good power.
And the car, I had it weighed before Power Tour, and it weighs like 3440 or something like that.
That's pretty light for a muscle car.
Yeah, so it's this car basically weighs 1,000 pounds less than that Chrysler 300.
Yeah, I was gonna say
so
300
it's a rocket.
in the fours. Bald eagles and freedom, I tell you what.
All the dust off this thing. It's really responsible.
Yeah, that's a good feeling. I like it.
You know, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's the fastest thing in this town.
Dude,
I feel like,
that's fun. That's fun.
yeah, the torque on this thing is unreal.
Yeah.
That is the one thing I love about the Gen 3 Hemi platform is they just gobs of torque. Gobs of torque.
I must say, the shifter throw when you're jamming looks pretty fucking cool.
Does it?
Yeah.
I hope so, because I feel like an 18 wheeler, just like, yeah,
Hoo-cha! It's a little wood choppy, but like, I mean, it's like you're a professional actor.
yes, it's a little wood choppy.
After an incredible ride in the Coronet, Bryce showed me around town, showed me some back roads in the hills above Auburn. We then got back to his garage where he showed me around his Challenger project that he's going to be doing a whole bunch of work to over the next little while to get it ready for Power Tour in the next couple years. If you want the full rundown, check back next week where I'm going to release a bonus video with our chat about Kermit and the Coronet. We watched some videos, played some video games, went out for dinner, and then eventually I had to get some sleep to hit the road early the next morning. Early on Monday morning, I said goodbye to Bryce and his wife Brooke, and hit the road, headed east into the mountains above Auburn, out towards Lake Tahoe and Truckee, California. The views were absolutely incredible. I took every opportunity to get the drone in the air and just hang out roadside, take pictures, and kind of reflect on the weekend that I had just had. And this was the perfect place to do it, with a clear state of mind and no one around for miles. The 996 was performing incredibly on this trip. Great gas mileage, super fun to drive. The coilovers weren't too harsh on the highway, although the low-speed bump in town is nothing to write home about, but that can be changed for later. And it continued to perform great all day. So happy with the car. After spending a good amount of time in the Sierras, I made my way down the mountains towards Reno, and then headed north on the 395 towards Oregon. And it was time to get the car a little bit dirty.
Well, I had to get off the highway for a few minutes. It's getting boring. It's gorgeous out here. We're just off the 395, north of Reno. Car's doing good. I like this nice gravel track, so I think you know what that means. Have a little fun.
After a couple hours of some beautiful loose surface driving, I made my way north again on the 395 towards Susanville, California. I then veered off on the 139 north, headed towards the Oregon-California border in Klamath Falls.
Okay guys, well, I'm hauling through Modoc National Forest, making my way towards Oregon. Got a couple hours till Klamath Falls, which I'll probably stop for dinner. And then we're gonna make our way up the, I believe, Rogue River Valley? I don't know, I can't remember the name of the river. Head back towards the west coast a little bit more. We're kind of on the other side of the mountains right now. But we're just sort of puttering, winding our way. Not a huge rush, like I said. This is all about the drive, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been enjoying these roads pretty thoroughly. Well, this ain't a bad view. Just pulled over in Klamath Falls. It's cold here. Got my hoodie back on. It's also really windy. Everywhere I've been today is like hellacious wind. Yeah, coffee. There's the Dutch Bros down the hill. I should grab coffee. Because I am going to keep driving for a little while. I'm trying to decide what I should do. Go as far as maybe Bend, and then hang a left towards the coast, back to the I-5. But that kind of feels like quitting. So I'm just gonna chill for an hour or so and then figure out what I want to do and execute the plan. So, or the non-plan. Planning the non-plan is what we're doing. But I'm just gonna take in the view for a little while and enjoy not be in the car. Not that I don't want to be in the car, just, you know, you gotta get out and stretch your legs. I hope these clouds piss off. It's cold.
After pulling out of Klamath Falls, I headed up Highway 97 towards the junction that veers off on Highway 62 towards Crater Lake, Oregon. I I decided to head to Crater Lake as I had been kiboshed when bad weather had closed the park the last time I was there in 2019. This time I was determined to get all the way to the top. By this point in the day, it was close to 7 p.m. Getting down to sunset, and I wanted to make it to the top to catch the sun going down over the gorgeous mountains of Oregon. As I made my way up the highway and into the park gate, temperature began to dip below freezing and the fog began to roll in. Unfortunately, the road around the rim of Crater Lake was closed and it was sopped in with clouds. But just down the hill, there was a break in the clouds looking out to the west, where I could see the sunset and the beautiful glow. This was definitely an incredible way to cap off another awesome day on the road and round out my trip. It's snowing. Dude, look at it out here. This is so beautiful.
Well, Crater Lake hosed me twice. So if you remember days off, I don't know, 24 or 5, on the way back from California in the Mustang, I wanted to come to Crater Lake. And it was sopped in and shut down. And that was in the middle of summer because it was like a storm. Now, there is like 3 meters of snow, and the road that connects the scenic byway to the North End Highway is closed. There's like a bulldozer sitting on top of 2 meters of snow there. So the old 911's not getting through there, which is really unfortunate, but what an amazing sunset. Honestly, that made the drive up here worth it. And I'll catch up with you guys probably at the bottom of the hill or when we pull in somewhere for the night. It's 8 o'clock now and we're still in Southern Oregon. So tomorrow, probably gonna be boogieing. But that's okay. I don't mind that. In fact, I like that. What a day. I'll see y'all soon. Ignore the drone flashing, I'm just throwing a video on my phone. Alright, got a creepy mirror room. Got a spot here in Sutherland, Oregon. Got down to Roseburg after just like hellacious back road thrashing, like no visibility. Finally it opened up like halfway between Roseburg and Diamond Lake. And then I got on it and just like made tracks because I was like sawing at the wheel, nodding off. Not good. Crater Lake was, sunset was awesome. Might have been a bit of a gamble. Maybe not. Maybe decide to go there earlier instead of waiting till like 7 o'clock to go up next time. We saw that awesome sunset, so. I'm just gonna keep yawning if I keep talking, so I get at it early tomorrow. We'll be home in probably 7 to 9 hours. And hopefully we miss traffic, because I don't want to sit in traffic tomorrow. Especially not end of day traffic. Anyway, I'm babbling, so I'm gonna cut this off for tonight. See you guys tomorrow.
Finally, the day had come where I got back to the I-5, made my way north. Ran through Portland, most of Oregon, throughout the morning, making my way into Washington for the afternoon. The car continued to run beautifully. I had no issues with it the entire trip. Super happy with it. I ran into the north of Washington, through Kirkland on the 405, saw some beautiful neighborhoods, beautiful back roads. Spent a little bit more time just trying to get around the hustle and bustle and make the most of every minute I could. I've always been the one to take the long road, take the hard way, do what's necessary to make it worth it. All the long nights working on the 996, loss of sleep, time, energy, it's all worth it. Could I have hopped on a plane and gone down? Yeah, but it wouldn't have been the same. I will always take the long road because there's always something to see out there, always something to do, always good time with your friends. It's always worth it.
Man, that was fun. See you on the road.
The thing like tilted sideways. I was like, nah, maybe not.
Right? Just.
See?
So I was like, okay, cool. Stabbed it, and then the hood just went, yeet.